So you're thinking about buying a motorcycle. The excitement, the feel of the open road, the adventure, the commute to work, carving up corners. So you think to yourself, how many options can there be? A lot! There are a ton of options. So you hit the internet and there is so much information. You may feel a little confused, maybe intimidated. So you hit the forums and find some good info, but also a lot of this. But all that's okay, because we here at SC Moto have put this video together to show you some of the key things you need to look for in your first motorcycle. We're also going to give some examples of some great bikes to start with. So sit back and relax, grab your favorite snack and a cold drink, and enjoy the video.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Alright, so we're going to take a look at a few categories that I think are important when determining what bike is suitable for a new rider. A low MSRP, because the chance of damaging the bike as a new rider is pretty high. Lower weight means easier to handle and easier to keep upright at a stop. A lower seat height so you can be flat-footed at a stop. 500cc or less displacement, and 50 horsepower and 40 pound-feet of torque. Lower power bikes are easier to manage. Also good handling, braking, and a smooth, even throttle response. The biggest thing to check for a lot of people is your eco. A lot of people are guilty of thinking they're ready to shred tires on a hyperbike, get on the biggest of cruisers, or jump right onto a heavy touring bike.
Nope.
You need to learn to ride and ride well before you graduate onto a bike like that. Here's a list of some appropriate bikes for new riders. We're going to go over a few different categories of bikes in this video, but to start with, low displacement, small, easy to handle, lightweight. The Mini Moto is a great place to start for a lot of new riders. The Honda Grom is easily one of the most popular Mini Motos out there. It's on its third generation. This latest generation, which has been out for some time now, includes an LCD display, fresher looks, a larger fuel tank, and a flat seat that accommodates varying ride heights. The 2023 Grom has a base model MSRP of $3,499, or you can get the ABS model for $3,799. Has a total displacement of 124 cc's, comes with a 5-speed transmission. The final drive is a chain drive, seat height at 30 inches, a total curb weight of 223 pounds, making it exceptionally light, power figures of 9.7 horsepower and 7.7 pound-feet of torque. Honda rates it at 166 miles per gallon and a total fuel capacity of 1.6 gallons. Endlessly customizable, the aftermarket scene for this bike is enormous. Next up, we have the Honda Monkey. Although with near identical performance to the Honda Grom, the styling harkens back to those older Hondas like the Z50A. The retro styling and appeal are fairly unique in this class. With a base MSRP of $4,299, we're looking at the same 124cc displacement, 5-speed and chain drive that we saw in the Grom. However, the seat height is a half-inch higher. The curb weight is 231 pounds. Although Honda rates the MPG a little bit different than the Grom, it's likely going to be roughly the same. Slightly smaller tank here at 1.5 gallons. Also, the aftermarket scene for the Monkey is quite extensive, but not quite at the level that the Grom has. The final Mini Moto on our list, the Honda Navi, and if you're familiar with the channel, you're definitely familiar with the Honda Navi. So with a base price of $1,804, a displacement of 109cc, and with an automatic CVT transmission, the Navi offers a lot of the dynamics of a traditional motorcycle without having to worry about shifting gears. The powertrain is derived from the Honda Activa scooter, and it shares a lot of the characteristics of a scooter. With a seat height of 30.1 inches, a curb weight of 236 pounds, and a power output of 7.8 horsepower and 6.6 pound-feet of torque, the Navi's light, nimble, and very easy to handle. Honda rated MPG at 110 miles per gallon with a fuel capacity of 0.9 gallons. Our next group of bikes are the sport bikes. Starting the list is the Kawasaki Ninja 400. Most would argue that the Ninja 400 is king of the hill with the sub 600cc class of sport bike, and for good reason. The performance levels of the Ninja 400 versus the actual entry price are nothing short of amazing. it is an incredible value for the money. With an MSRP of $5,299 to $5,499 for a non-ABS version, and $5,699 to $5,899 with ABS, a total displacement of 399 cc's, 6-speed transmission with a sealed chain, a seat height of 30.9 inches, a curb weight of 361 pounds for the non-ABS and 366 for the ABS version. Power output is 45 horsepower and 28 pound-feet of torque. Very manageable power level. Next on our list, another entry from Honda. The Honda CBR 500R. With a base price of $6,449, it is noticeably more expensive than a Ninja 400. However, with the increase in price, you do get a more premium feeling bike. Both the Ninja 400 and the CBR offer a more upright riding position. It has a 6-speed transmission, sealed chain final drive, a 31.1 inch seat height, so it's a little bit higher than a lot of the other entries, a curb weight of 423 pounds, power output of 47 horsepower and 32 pound-feet of torque, gives it exceptional acceleration, while again being very easy to handle. The final sport bike on our list, the Yamaha YZF R3. MSRP of $5,499, a displacement of 321 cc's, 6-speed transmission, chain final drive, a seat height of 30.7 inches, curb weight of 375 pounds with a power output of 37 horsepower and 20 pound-feet of torque. Not as powerful as the Ninja 400 or the CBR, however it provides excellent handling characteristics, phenomenal looks, and an incredible engine note. With a rated MPG of 56 miles per gallon and a fuel capacity of 3.7 gallons. The last group of bikes on our list are cruisers. Starting the cruisers off, the Yamaha V-Star 250. MSRP of $4,699, a 249cc engine, 5-speed transmission, chain drive, with a much lower seat height than we've seen on the rest of the list at 27 inches. 324 pound curb weight, a power output of 21 horsepower and 15 pound-feet of torque. It's certainly not going to be screaming down the road, but is more than adequate to move this little bike around. MPG rated at 78 miles per gallon with a 2.5 gallon tank. Next up for the cruisers, the Honda Rebel 500. Veering away from traditional cruiser design, it uses a parallel twin versus the more traditional V-twin engine. With a starting price of $6,449, the parallel twin that it sports has a total displacement of 471 cc's, a 6-speed transmission with a sealed chain, 27.2 inch seat height, 408 pound curb weight, makes it slightly heavier than the rest of our list, but still an incredibly manageable weight, 47 horsepower and 33 pound-feet of torque, with a fuel economy range between 57 and 67 miles per gallon. Even with the research I did, it was hard to nail down an exact fuel economy number. The Rebel 500 sports a 3-gallon tank. The final bike on our list, another cruiser, the Kawasaki Vulcan S. While the Vulcan S does either top out or exceed the rules we set place earlier in the video, it is just to show that there are occasionally exceptions to the rules. Starting price of $7,349 for a non-ABS version and $7,899 for the ABS equipped version. The Vulcan S sports a 649cc engine. It's a parallel twin, also found with the Ninja 650. It has a 6-speed transmission with a sealed chain. Seat height of 27.8 inches, although it should be noted that Kawasaki markets the Vulcan with its ErgoFit system. A curb weight of 491.7 pounds for the non-ABS and 498.3 with ABS. It is certainly over that 400 pound mark we said earlier in the video. However, all the weight is slung very low on the frame. The bike feels much lighter than it actually is. With a power output of 61 horsepower and 46.3 pound-feet of torque, again it certainly goes over the rules we said earlier. However, because this bike is derived off a sport bike, the power delivery is much different than a traditional cruiser. Most of the power is found in the mid to high RPM ranges, meaning with a little bit of wrist control, the power is certainly manageable. 40 mpg with a 3.7 gallon tank, respectable for its class, but obviously the lowest on our list. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and seriously consider subscribing, commenting down below if you agree with the list, or if you don't. And please give it a thumbs up. See you next time, guys.